Hi, my name is Heather and welcome to my channel Strings and Threads. On Sundays, I was doing a little bit called Scrubby Sunday, but this week will be the first transition over to Giving Sunday. Scrubby Sunday was making washcloths for the American Starfish to use at their washing stations. And they had collected all, I believe it was late spring that we started it, and all the way through. They're still collecting till November 11th, but they want their last donation to be sent November 11th. So last week I showed everything that I made for the month of October, and I shipped that off this week. And so I'm not going to be making any more. I have made a lot for them, and I didn't want to miss that deadline. So I'm transitioning now to Giving Sunday because I still like the idea of making something and giving it to a good cause. And the reason I do that is not to pat myself on the back and not to be like coming on YouTube saying, look at all these wonderful things I'm making. The reason why I'm doing this is to bring awareness that we can all make a difference. You know, if we all pitch in and do something small or something big, if that's what your heart desires, but every little thing that we do can make a difference in this world. And each week that I come on and show that, I hope to spread the word to somebody new that they can make a difference. And together we can make a big difference in this world. Something as simple as crocheting a washcloth or knitting a hat, something like that can make a big difference in somebody's life. So with my transition to Giving Sunday, I am going to continue to give to the American Starfish. They're looking for beanies and for hats for the homeless vets to have for the winter because it does get cold where they are. But I'm also going to be making hats for the Salvation Army in Bridgeton, New Jersey. I am not from Bridgeton, New Jersey, but I saw a story posted on Annie's website. Annie is Annie's Crafts and Laughs, or Laughs and Crafts. I'm sorry, I think I get those mixed up. It's either, I have it in my description, so you can look there for it. And I also put the video that compelled me to give to her Salvation Army in my description below as well. She was telling the story about how she was homeless and how she now has picked herself up, became a nurse, and now she is heavily involved in her Salvation Army. And she helps to feed people in her community. And on one of her Friday feeding sessions, I don't know if feeding session sounds weird, but one of the days that she was serving food on a Friday, somebody came in and asked for a hat and they didn't have any to give. And it just broke her heart that she couldn't give something as simple as a hat to this person. And so she put out a call for hats. I think she calls it Hope for Hats. And people have already started giving to that. And I'm so excited about that. If you have seen that on her channel or if you saw that on my channel and you've already donated, thank you so much. I know it's going to make a big difference. So I'm going to start making hats and then divide what I do between the two charities. So I'm going to show what I made. I actually was able to get 2 done this week. I don't know if I'll be able to do 2 every week because I have a lot of things that I'm working on, but I'm going to do as many as I can. And then at the end of the month, I will ship a package to each place. So I was talking last week about how I made a hat for my son because I had seen somebody else make a hat, but make the layers different types of yarn, different chunkinesses and different textures. And I love the way that it turned out. The best word I can use to describe it is scrappy, but I don't think scrappy is really the proper way to describe it because scrappy to me kind of is like leftovers, not very good, just something you threw together. But I think that it looks way better than that. So if you look, I used just some regular medium weight yarn, and then I used some latte, like a latte cake that I had here, and it gives it a lot of little, it's soft and fuzzy. And then I used another thicker yarn that I had. It was a Yarn Bee yarn. I don't remember what it was called, but it was a thicker yarn. So I kind of made a little pattern out of it. And I just love the way it looks. I'm going to put it on just to show you. I love the way it looks with all the different textured yarn. Hopefully you can see that. You know, like I said, scrappy is kind of the idea of it, where you're using all different types and throwing it together in one. But I wouldn't say that it's scrappy looking. I would love to have a hat like this, and I'm hoping that whoever receives this hat will be happy to have a hat like this. And then I was also experimenting with colors. I have a lot of little leftover pieces or little balls of yarn that I have used most of the skein for, but I don't like to get rid of the little pieces because sometimes I make small projects and those are perfect for those. It's also perfect for this, where I could just make a hat and put a different color in each layer. So these were all little scraps. In fact, I think a couple of these I just completely used them up. I think it was right here where I used up all of this like purplish color, and to finish off the row I had to put some extra greens in for the last row. But here's how this looks. I think it makes a nice looking hat and all this was the scraps that I had. And I don't like to say scraps, I think it was Sarah from Crafty Moo. I don't remember her full channel name, but she said lovely. She calls them lovely leftovers because she said none of mine are scraps. And I feel that way too, even if it's something that's not the most expensive or most preferred yarn, I still feel like there can be a use for it. Now, if there's only this much left, that's one thing, but if you have a little ball of it, you can find something to do with it. So this is the second hat that I had done. And again, I hope that somebody can feel proud to have this hat. And I hope that they can feel like, they have something special for themselves now. So if you would like to join in, you don't have to be giving to the same charity. You could find a local charity where you don't have to ship things. I'm just going to call it Giving Sunday. And I'm hoping that it's a way for us to let everybody know that they can make a difference. You sitting at home and doing your craft, you can make a difference. I hope everybody has a lovely day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.